Hey guys, it's Sam with Davenport Dronographics. It's currently looking like Narnia outside here in Kentucky. It's cold, it's snowing, there's about a foot of snow on the ground, and it's not showing any signs of stopping. But it is Marti Gras, and so what are we going to do when it's cold and snowy outside in Marti Gras? We make my favorite thing in the world to make, gumbo. So I'll show you the lay of the land, and we'll get to it. There's my assistant, Geist. And so we got our chicken thighs that are going to be ready to be pan roasted. You can use boneless or bone-in, doesn't matter, whatever you want. We got our Trinity, we got our onions, green pepper, and celery. We got our garlic. Always be very generous with the garlic. We got chicken stock, and we got beer. And so the important thing about gumbo is you need 2 beers. You need one for the gumbo, and you need one for yourself while you're making the gumbo. And we're gonna get the thighs on, and we're gonna start our roux. Alright, so we got our chicken thighs in the pan. I'm gonna grab a little bit of grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is good. And by the way, this is Isaac Toups' recipe from, if you've ever watched the Munchie's Kitchen channel on YouTube. He did a guest appearance on there where he made this gumbo. This gumbo recipe has changed my life. It's changed my wife's life. It was one of the first recipes I made while we were dating, and now we're married. So there you go. Gonna get started with the chicken. Put a little bit of salt in there, and a lot of pepper. I like to use the fresh stuff, but you can find all these local, or not really local, but you can find all these ingredients at Walmart. Get those going, medium high. We're not really looking to get them totally cooked. We just want a nice hard sear on them and get them ready to throw in the gumbo when we're ready for them. Alright, so we're gonna get chopping our veggies, and we're gonna start with our garlic. And something you need to know about garlic is delicate, it's gentle. You gotta be really careful with it. So here's how we're gonna do this. So take a knife or your cleaver. I like to use a cleaver because it's better for this. You're gonna put it on your cutting board and just be real gentle. Just give it a nice light, just like that. And so do that for the rest of our garlic, and we're gonna be good to go. So we're gonna get chopping the rest of our stuff. We're gonna start with our celery. Alright. Now we're gonna take care of our bell pepper. And so, cool little trick that I learned. You can just kind of slice it right there, and you can see the ribs that are inside it. Just cut along those, and you won't have to rinse it off or anything. There we go. And that's what we got left. Let's kind of just give those a rough chop. Here we go. Gonna give our onion a chop. Sure. Alright, and there you go. You got our Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, and the Pope. There you go. We're about to get started on our roux. And so roux is just equal parts flour, equal parts fat. So, like I said, we're using grapeseed oil and just using AP flour, half a cup of each. And a lot of people, it seems like they're scared of roux. Like I've seen like pre-made roux at the grocery store. You really don't need to do that. So it's like, there's just 2 basic rules when you make a roux. 1, don't ever walk away from it. 2, do not ever walk away from it. So you just want to make sure everything's ready. Have your veggies chopped, have your garlic crushed, have your chicken broth open, have your beer ready to go, and put that, make sure you've gone to the bathroom, have your Netflix or podcast or whatever it is playing in the background. Make sure the kids are put away, because this is the point where you just can't walk away from it. We're just letting our oil get up to temp, and we'll be ready to rock. And so today's beer that I'm going to be using, we're in Kentucky. And so we're using Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale today. And so the most important rule about cooking, you gotta taste your food. Yep, that's beer. Alright, so we went ahead and threw our flour in there. You can see it's, the roux actually kind of goes through phases. So right here it kind of looks like a corn flour almost, it's gonna start to transition to like a peanut butter color. And what we're looking for is kind of like a melted chocolate kind of look, like a melted dark chocolate. Sort of like a really dark brown look. I've got mine pretty hot, but it should probably take, I don't know, maybe about 10 minutes or so. But just gonna keep stirring, and that's all you really need to do. Just keep an eye on it, and don't worry about it. Okay, so the chicken thighs are looking done. We'll turn those off. Grab just a little bit of our beer, and just deglaze the pan a little bit. Good stuff. We got that melted chocolate look, so now it is time for the veggies. So what we're looking to do is just kind of sweat these veggies out, and this is just our trinity, our onions, our bell peppers, and celery right now. We'll throw the garlic in later so it doesn't burn. Our veggies are cooking down, so now we're just going to add in the garlic, and now is when it's going to start smelling really good. We're about ready. Let's go ahead and get our beer poured in. Just kind of pour it slowly. We just kind of want to make a gravy. So the idea here is you just kind of want to slowly add this. Just kind of let it cook a little bit. We just want to burn all the alcohol off and just kind of reduce this a little bit, and then we'll be ready to throw in our chicken broth. Really, it's just a lot of stirring. I'm just trying to make my wife laugh right now. It's working. It is. Our roux vegetable garlic beer gravy has reduced quite a bit, so now we're just going to take our chicken stock. You only need about 4 cups, 32 ounces, and just kind of pour it in slowly so it doesn't get all lumpy. We've kind of got to the point where we need to be constantly stirring anymore. We can kind of take a little bit of a break, and we can actually start seasoning this thing. So we're going to add some freshly ground pepper, and here's a quick little lesson on how much pepper to add to a gumbo. You keep going until your arms get tired. Here you go. So now we're going to put in the rest of our seasonings. We got about 5 bay leaves. Got about, I don't know, about a tablespoon of fresh thyme. And hot sauce. I'm a Tabasco guy, but you can use whatever hot sauce you like. Put in just a little bit of salt. Don't need all that much. While we're at it, let's go ahead and add our chicken. Get all those good hand drippings out of there. We don't want to let any flavors get away from us. Alrighty, so we got ourselves some andouille sausage here, about a pound of it. You can use any smoked sausage you want, but I think andouille is going to be best. That's traditionally what's used in there. But just going to cut those up into little bits and just throw them in the gumbo. Maybe have one for ourselves. You gotta taste your food. Alright, so we got pretty much all of our stuff in our gumbo now, and so the only thing that's left to do is let this thing come up to a really low simmer, put the lid on, let it sit for like 3 or 4 hours, and we'll be good to go. Alright everybody, we're back. It's about 3.5 hours later, so we're gonna go ahead and unveil this. Went ahead and turned the heat off, so it wouldn't be napalm when we tried to eat it, but yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's smelling so good. Went ahead and put some rice on for us. I didn't film that just because it's rice. But what I like to do with rice is I like to zing it up a little bit with this chicken stock powder. It's just broth base and seasoning. You can find it at Walmart. Pretty much literally everything we use here is found at Walmart, except for these little guys. So these are bowls that my wife insisted we use tonight, and she's currently laughing behind the camera right now. These are normally used for when I make ramen, but she insisted we use the cat bowls for gumbo tonight. And I do love these bowls, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some rice. Get a big old scoop of rice there, and get ourselves some gumbo. All right, and there we go. That is a sexy bowl of gumbo right there. Thanks guys again for tuning into this, and hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and fly safe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Where'd the cat go? She's currently I saw her going there. I was like, no. They're bowls with cats on them.
No.
They are not for cats. Okay.